we start with a stacked Friday night on the Diamond. Mets and Phillies entered their weekend series tied atop the East. Mets trying to avoid a 7 train. They've lost 6 straight. Now they're playing, well, a guy who spent 5 years in Queens, Zach Wheeler, and he was wheeling and dealing into the 5th, but not getting help from Blue on his pitch count. Juan Soto at bat looks like strike 3, especially on replay. I mean, I know Soto can work a count, but he didn't need the assist. 2 pitches later, Wheeler inevitably gets his 8th K. But some words for the ump, and he had to leave the game after 98 pitches at that point. 5 scoreless innings. Bottom 7, scores now tied after a pair of Mets solo home runs. Phillies blow it open, though, in the bottom half of the inning. Trey Turner ends up on second with the double. Phillies go up 3-2. Later in the inning, bases loaded for Bryson Stott and bases unloaded by Bryson Stott. Off the wall. Runner from third scored easily. Then we had a kind of a train going. They had the run to see if the ball was caught. Nick Castellanos and JT Realmuto get in. The Mets bullpen during this losing streak, a 7.53 ERA, 6-run 7th, 2 for 1 there. Phillies are up 8-2. Bottom 8, same score. Nick Castellanos providing insurance and a little bit of misery. A drive into deep left field by Castellanos. 428 feet, 36 degrees of launch angle. His 8th homer of the year. Phillies win by 8. The Mets have now dropped 7 in a row. Yeah, that 7th inning implosion means 7 straight L's for the Mets, and their lead in the NL East has evaporated. Hey, remember the good times. Back on June 12th, Mets led the Phils by 5.5. We're just 9 days later, and the Phillies are a full game up. The Mets have been outscored 51-16, Shae, during this losing streak.
Yeah, well, can't say the Yankees have been much better, Phil. Let's check in on those Yankees and Aaron Judge as they were hosting the Orioles. Bottom third, score tied at 2. This is obviously Aaron Judge on a 2-2 count, no one on. Goodbye. At least someone is consistent. There's Judge launching one out to deep right, his 27th homer of the year. He's always been good against the Orioles. 48 career homers against Baltimore. Yankees lead 3-2. Top 6. This is Kobe Mayo. I haven't been much of a Mayo girl myself.
Me neither.
More of a mustard kind of person.
Really
Nonetheless, sends one into shallow center field. That will drive in a runner, so the Orioles tie this thing up at 3. We're in the 8th inning now. Ramon Urias, with the bases empty, just sends it over the right field wall. That's a home run. Fans not excited because that's for the wrong team. And you know what? Luke Weaver not impressed. You know why? Because that was the first batter he had faced and straining his hamstring on May 31st, and he let up a home run. That's Henderson now driving one into left field, and another run is going to score for the Orioles. Now they lead 5-3 to the 9th inning. Judge trying to start a rally now for the Yankees. Man, do they need one, but he strikes out swinging on a 100-mile-an-hour sinker. Not what you want. Orioles win it 5-3. And now the Yankees have lost 7 of their last 8 games. They have just a game-and-a-half lead over the Rays in the AL East. So another loss for the Yankees drops them to 1-7 since June 13th. You were talking about June 12th, obviously, with the Mets. June 13th for the Yankees. And despite 3 hits, Aaron Judge is in a serious slump. Those 3 hits actually doubled his hit total over this stretch. His batting average has dropped nearly 20 points from 392 to 371, although some people would love to hit 371.
Yeah. 5 days ago, Shae, Rafael Devers was traded away from the AL East, now facing his ex. Giants, first of 3, hosting the Red Sox. San Fran taking over all of the $254 million left on Devers' contract. Getting a standing ovation in San Francisco against his former team. I get the support, but ground out to first. Devers couldn't do damage in his first AB. This is a guy who led Boston in RBI each of the last 5 seasons. Thinking he's got a ribby bottom 3, but just got underneath it. That is a long fly out to the wall. Cedar Rafaela makes the leaping catch. Devers comes up just short. There were 17 other guys in starting lineups Friday in San Fran. Roman Anthony with the runner on second, just his 10th big league game, plates Jarren Duran, and then Anthony good on the base paths, forces a throw into center. He's safe at second. Anthony ties the game at 4. Top 6 now tied at 5. No one on for Rafaela, and that's a shame. 424 feet to dead center. Solo shot gives the Red Sox a lead, and it was a lead they wouldn't give up. Aroldis Chapman facing Devers in the bottom of the 9th, and do something about 102. Devers 0 for 5, that K in his first game against his former team. Red Sox have now won 10 of 12 Manager Alex Cora was asked if it was surreal going against Devers.
Not surreal, just weird, but like I said, we as an organization, we made a decision. He's with the Giants, and like he said a few days ago, he has a job to do. We got a job to do, and we're gonna face each other 3 times. If we face each other later on, that's gonna be surreal. Yeah.
All right, how about a top play nominee? And really been part of top plays for a while. Peep Friday night, Guardians A's, top of the 9th. Carlos Santana, it's a liner. Oh my goodness, Denzel Clarke with the diving catch. Losing his glasses, did not skip a beat. Clarke just goes full extension with yet another incredible catch in center field this season, showing he can cover all grounds, and all smiles, obviously, in the A's dugout. Clarke's teammates just in awe of what he's able to do defensively. They're like, there he is, doing it again. What exactly am I talking about? Well, as I mentioned, this dude is no stranger to good catches. On May 30th against the Blue Jays, Alejandro Kirk sends one to deep center, but Clarke scales the wall,
hanging out,
reaches up, holds on tight, makes the grab. The Toronto native showing out on the home run robbery. Love to see it. Then June 6th against the Orioles, Mateo, fly ball to deep left center field. Here comes Clarke. He's ready for it. Oh,
gosh.
Good thing there's mats on that wall. Look at this. What in the world? 129 feet, body on the line, makes the snag. JP Sears, again, in complete awe. And then June 9th, A's and Angels. Sean O'Well thinks he has a home run, and Clarke virtually hops the entire wall this time to snag it. I mean, just, what is he doing? Like contouring his body?
It doesn't make sense.
This is insane. The momentum that he didn't fall over the wall is actually crazy. So 4 amazing catches this season for Clarke. He's only been in the majors for 25 games.
Yeah, Clarke basically lives in top plays. O'Neal Cruz, unfortunately, starting to take residence on the dark side. Friday night, Rangers Buccos. That goes right to Cruz, and the ball goes right past him. You got to see this again. Sam Haggerty hits it to center. Cruz gives Glove a bad name. Josh Smith scored from first. Haggerty gets all the way to third. It's just, I know he's a tall guy. He's 6'7". Getting down low is a problem. Haggerty ends up on third, would score on the next pitch, a wild pitch. Cruz's 7th error of the year, 6 of those playing center. That's twice as many as any other center fielder. And Shae, I mean, sympathizing with Cruz, he's a tall guy. Your husband's a tall guy. You ever come up a little short trying to pick up like a kid's sock off the ground and just didn't quite get there?
Sure, but he doesn't play Major League Baseball in center field, you know what I mean? But the problem with the whole thing is he like watched it roll away, like a little bit of a hustle play.
Even like false hustle would have helped Cruz there.
Everybody.
The optics are terrible, and Jacob deGrom didn't need any help. He was dealing for the Rangers in a win.
This is Ryan McMahon, third baseman for your Colorado Rockies.
Oh, hey, Ryans. It's your favorite Ryan.
I'd like to invite all my fellow Ryans to the first Ryan meetup.
There's really only one rule, and it's no Bryans allowed.
Join all the Ryans in the world, hopefully all the Ryans in the world.
See you guys there.
Hey, give me a cheer. Ryan!
Hey, it's been rocky in Denver this season. The worst record since the 19th century through 50, 60, and 70 games. Colorado's run differential entering Friday, minus 196. Only one team's within 100, but God bless them, they still show up at Coors Field. If you're setting the wrong kinds of records, gotta make your own luck. The Rockies hosted Ryan Meetup, a group that someday aims to break the world record for largest name gathering in history. Friday night was a warm-up, the club hosting the D-backs. Coors Field, the place where the runs flow like wine, where Ryans flock like the salmon of Capistrano. 700 Ryans in their own ticket section there. Hi, my name's Ryan. The Ryan Energy in full force.
Ryan! 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 Ryan!
Hey, those vibes translated to the dirt. Bottom 3, Rockies down 2-0, but no fear. Ryan Ritter is here. Doubles that one past third. Tyler Freeman would drive him in. We're not stranding any Ryans on Ryan Day. Hey, Ryan McGee was amongst the Ryans with Ryan Cam. McGee joins us next hour here on SportsCenter, but bottom 4, we have the Ryan King. Former Hartford Yard Goat Ryan McMahon 98 degrees, wind blowing out at Coors, and McMahon taking full advantage. 467. There were 4 homers Friday night of at least 449. That's McMahon's 12th of the year. Ryan Cam knows things are going well, at least in the Ryan section. They're having a good old time. Rockies, what else is new? They're down 6-2. Top 5, now a 9-7 game. Ryan Rollison in on relief and did give up a tape measure shot to Eugenio Suarez, but Ketel Marte, that's actually good contact. Flies out to end the inning. Still a big day for the Ryans. They started a conga line. Let's go, Ryan! Let's go, Ryan! Let's go! Out there amongst the Rocky Mountain Oysters in section 144. We did have one great defensive play, and it came from who else? Ryan McMahon again. Geraldo Perdomo trying to lay down a bunt. No dice. McMahon went yard. The yard goat, great defensive play and all that. The Rockies still lose 14-8. You know, they say there's no Ryan in baseball, but the Rockies are testing the limits. Just 17 wins on the season. They are on pace to break the modern MLB record for worst record in the season, which the White Sox set last year. They also have the worst ERA in baseball and the worst run differential, Shae, by a country mile.
No excuse, considering they play at Coors Field. You know, Cal Raleigh's been buzzing lately because he is very good at hitting home runs. Visiting the friendly confines yesterday in a day game at Wrigley. Top first, no score. Here's Cal Raleigh. Goodbye. You guys awake? You a beer deep yet? I don't know. They didn't catch that. Raleigh's 28th homer.
Quick.
Extending his major league lead. Mariners lead 1-0. That's Ian Happ. He's going to go yard as well. Solo homer. All right, now we're feeling good. It's only the bottom of the first, but you know how Cubs fans do it. Here we go. Top 5 now. Cubs leading by a run. J.P. Crawford. Line drive right at Matt Boyd, and somehow he made that catch. Ooh, don't fall down on the get-up now. Good reflexes by Boyd. Guarding his ear and his head always makes me nervous. Top 6, Mariners trailing by 2. 1 on for Mitch Garver. Deep fly ball, deep left field, high, and out. Not quite to the bleachers, I don't think that was. First of 2 homers of the day for Garver. Game is now tied at 4. Top 7, 1 on for Raleigh. Oh, not again. Come on. There it goes. Oh, man. Raleigh with the go-ahead home run down the left field line. Just staying fair. That's why he leads the majors in homers, and that's why it's not all great for me being a Cubs fan. Hello.